And we are live. Alright. Welcome back, guys, to another Fizz Flyrecracker stream. My name is Fizz Flyrecracker, and today, as you can see on the title, we're gonna do another Wikipedia story. So last time that we left off, let me close my door. Okay, alright, so for today, so as you can see on the title, for today is we're gonna do the Wikipedia story. So if you came to the last stream, which is I think a few days ago, where we tried to create a story out of the first bullet points of each section, where you can find essentially what I'm trying to do right now, as to a recap, is that I'm trying to make a story out of a bunch of random facts. So you know what, let's just dive straight into it. Let me just adjust my model. Let me just put you whoa. Hello, what up? I'm a big boy. Alright, let me just put through this. Alright, that's the appropriate size. And and then we will go to the web scene. Alright, so as you can see here, this is the Wikipedia story. So what I'm trying to do now, and as you can see here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have around 12 facts. We have around 12 facts of, sorry, not facts, 12. Also, there will be a lot of coughing in this stream because, yeah, your boy still hasn't recovered, which is kind of shit. Like, I expect myself to recover in the next few days, but even now, I recovered mostly, but not entirely. So yeah, we will have to see. I mean, I'll just continue drinking lots more water. But anyways, let's just go back to the Wikipedia story. So as you can see here, we have 12 points. So these 12 points, they all stand something. So where do I get these 12 points? Alright, let me just wait, let me try to go to here, Wikipedia. Right here. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the page where we have a lot of facts. As you can see here, with different sections, with different words, and as you can see here, there's a lot. There's a lot that you can see here. So, essentially, the core idea, you can say, is that I will try to take all of this. Okay, not all, but it's like I'll try to take some of these points, and I will make a story out of it. So as you can see, there is a lot, a ton of things you want to do. So if I want to make a story of a random video, it's gonna be hard. I have to look at so many things, I have to consider so many. So what I did is that I take the first points of each section. So as you can see here, America's Army is the first bullet point of arts, entertainment and media, and brands, organizations and enterprises, with the first one, Alcoholics Anonymous. So I keep doing that, taking the first bullet points here of philosophy and region, AA Latin script, measures, measurements, even this, as you can see here, it's a process. I know like I don't know how I'm gonna fit this into the story yet, but oh wait, I think I did. I actually did. I'm gonna show you guys. So yeah, I each take off the first thing in each, the first point in each section, and after that, we will. That's what we came up with. We have 12 stuff here. But anyways, I will take my sip of water. Okay, alright. So, according to our last story, so we essentially use all of this. We even use our bra size. So how did that made into the story? Well, as you can see, if I'm not wrong, okay, so it starts here. Let me just put a point here. Story. Okay, main story, and I'm just gonna put this as my main heading. So this is my main story. So just a recap. So once upon a time, there is an African American named Latoya Jackson, struggling with alcoholism for years. It had affected him and his personal and professional life, where he is a baseball player in AA baseball, or Class AA, a classification level in minor league baseball since 1912. Whoa. Alright. So, he was constantly battling with alcohol addiction, further straying him away from his professional career, and his wife, where the only remnants he has left of her is her bra-size AA. He felt alone and helpless, like there was no one to turn to. I know. And yes, first thing, yes, I haven't truly recovered, as you can hear from the background. But yeah, that's how I snuck in the bra-sized AA. So I know it's a little bit weird, but yeah, like, I mean, I really don't know how else I'm gonna put this. Okay, so I'll just read you the entire other part. Okay, so one day, where he was strolling down the street wanting to get some alcohol, he saw a man selling a plant species which is a genus of orchid, can be found growing terrestrially in cold habitats near the snow line in the Andes in Costa Rica. No one batted an eye at him, not even Latoya. As he was paying for the alcohol, it turns out his card was rejected due to him surpassing the limit of his credit card. And then the man chooses to help Latoya pay the alcohol with the remaining change he has. Latoya was touched by his actions and asked his name, which is Lars Asen. Latoya was confused as he kept pronouncing it wrong. Then Asen corrects him while also explaining that is his surname, and many people usually get it wrong, and it's fine. And Latoya got curious, as he'd never met a Norwegian before, and asked why do they have a surname called A. Asen could explain that A is a Latin script digraph used in the orthographies of Dutch, Finnish, and other languages, which includes Norwegian. Latoya got curious. That is why he is selling these plants here, which Asen replies that he is helping a foundation raise some funds. During that time, Latoya opened an alcohol, wanting to share with Asen. Asen refuses as he explains that he was sober. Latoya doesn't believe, as his alcohol addiction consumed his life, and saying that, come on, it's just one drink. And yet again, Asen refuses, saying that the foundation he's working with is what got him sober. And with that, Latoya was intrigued and asked Asen to introduce him to this foundation. Alright, so that is sort of the basis, sort of the first half of the story. So, and as you can see here, I stopped here. So the next plot is that we will be finding out about the foundation and explore the 12 steps of recovery, as it mentions in the Wikipedia. And yeah, we will do that first. So let's start, shall we? Alright, let me just check out the chat, see if anyone's saying anything. Alright, let me just... Alright, okay, let me just pop out the chat. Alright, so just in case if anyone tweets, not tweets, sorry, but yeah, if someone's chats. Alright, so let me just go back here. Okay, so right now our plot point will be is that he is finding out about the foundation. So let's just go back to Alcoholics Anonymous. So oh yeah, we haven't used America's Army as well. Okay, then yeah, okay, we needed I would need ChatGPT as well. And yeah, so yeah, in that case, I use ChatGPT as well. It's because, well, it really helps with the ideation. So I don't really just copy and paste everything that ChatGPT, well, suggests, because to be honest, it's like it's not really like, well, good in a sense. Like there is a and I'm back. Yes, my coughing is really getting shit. But anyways, let's just move on. All right. So okay. Because I want to go back to ChatGPT is because it has generated some story in the past where I could have some inspiration. So let me just go back to the first one. Okay, this is America's Army. Okay, so this is the first story that you will see here. So I'm gonna just go through myself. So yeah, okay, he was playing America's Army. All right, and found himself getting more interested in military and strategy and tactics. He began researching more about the military and stumbled upon the AA, spiritual organization created by Aleister Crowley. All right, okay. Okay, I think so. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still have 6 points that we can use to craft our story. And remember, we are still in the sort of the second half of the story, so we might need to conserve some. Okay, because alright, I will need to. Okay, maybe we can use this. Alcoholics Anonymous. Then we use spiritual. Okay, and those that are used, we will just put down here. Oh, whoa, not there, not there. Okay, let's put down here. And alright, yeah, down here. So our plant, we still need to use that, so we haven't actually used it. And this one, we will put it down here. There is a reason. There's a reason why we put it down there, and I will show you guys later. Alright, but alright, let me just put it. Oh, alright, okay. So right here, highway. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let me just. It's Genius of Orchid. Okay. This one will be safe. Later. And this is the highway, which I think will be suitable up here. Alcoholics Anonymous has been used. No, I don't want to put here. Okay. Oh god, this is okay. This is annoying. All right, I don't want this. I don't. Okay, yes, put it down here. All right. Okay, so we have the plant. We have the place. Okay. Okay, maybe this one can connect with this, and this one connect this as well. We have a village in Estonia. With the village in Estonia. Okay, maybe we could put this with the river and the plant. All right, and we have the low system. Okay, so we will use these 3 points to find out sort of a, it's not find out, it's that we craft the story. So these 3 points, it will be the one that will construct the sort of the second half of the story, and then these 4 ones will be sort of the ending to the story. So let's get on with it. So we have America's Army, 2002 computer game published by the US Army. So let's just take a look. First, we have Alcoholics Anonymous. Let me just open it all. And a spiritual organization. Okay. Let me just have these locked up. Okay. So the first one we have Alcoholics Anonymous. So let's see what's Alcoholics Anonymous. So it's an international peer-led mutual aid fellowship, meeting online and in person, dedicated to abstinence-based recovery from alcoholism through its spiritually inclined 12-step program. Alright, we will need to open the 12-step program and we will have to see, because there will be a sort of a, elaboration that we can add into our story. So A is a non-professional and non-denominational as well as apolitical and unaffiliated. In 2020, estimated its worldwide membership to be over 2 million, with 75% of those in the US and Canada. Although holds no opinion on the disease model of alcoholism or any medical issue, many members took a large role in making it popular. So regarding its effectiveness, a 2020 scientific review saw clinical interventions encouraging increased AA participation, Alcoholics Anonymous. Oh god, I have to mute that. Let me just, okay, never mind. So, holds no opinion. Okay, encouraging increase Alcoholics Anonymous participation. So, which resulted in higher abstinence rates of other clinical interventions for alcohol use disorder, and most studies in the review found that Alcoholics Anonymous led to lower health costs. Alright, so let's discover some of the history. Alcoholics Anonymous started back in 1935 with Bill Wilson, first commiserating alcoholic to alcoholic, with Bob Smith, who along with Wilson was active in AA is a precursor to Christian Revivalist Oxford Group. Within the Oxford Group, Wilson and Smith joined other alcoholics and supported each other in meetings and one-on-one until breaking off to form a fellowship of alcoholics only. In 1939, they published Alcoholics Anonymous, the story of how more than 100 men have recovered from alcoholism. Alright. Known as the Big Book. Known as the Big Book and the source of its AACE's name, it contains AACE's 12-step recovery program. Subsequent editions included the 12 traditions adopted in 1950 to formalize and unify the fellowship, which Wilson called a benign anarchy. Alright, so we have the 12 steps. Okay, we have the history, the 12 steps. Alright. Okay, organization and finances, spirituality, disease concept of alcoholism. Alright, but let's see. So the 12 steps, they share their book, and which we will see later. And okay, organization and finances. Alright, member will accept service. Okay, so it is the program. We have meetings, speaker meeting, discussion meeting, online and offline meetings, specialized meetings. Alright, cool. Okay, meeting formats. Conduct meeting as they wish, except in matters affecting other groups. Different cultures affect ritual. Okay. Confidentiality. Spirituality. Some medical professors have criticized 12-step programs as a cult that relies on God as a mechanism of action, and as overly theistic and outdated. Others have cited the necessity of a higher power in formal Alcoholics Anonymous as creating dependence on outside factors rather than internal efficacy. A 2010 study found that increased attendance at AA meetings has associated with increased spirituality and decreased frequency and intensity of alcohol use. Alright. Okay. So we have this. Criticism. Okay. Alright. So you roughly know what Alcoholics Anonymous is. So let's see what the 12-step program is. So, as you can see here, original 12 steps published by the Alcoholics Anonymous. So number 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and our lives have become unmanageable. It came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity, and made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs, and were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character, and humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings, and made a list of all persons we had harmed, and became willing to make amends to them all, and made direct amends to such people whenever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. And continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it, and sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out, And having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. Okay, so in the 12-step program that we seen, it seems that they that, as mentioned, they do use sort of a concept that they rely on God, and I have nothing against that, because for me is that if in the end it helps them with their alcohol addiction, it is fine. So we have a sort of a spirituality thing going on here. So how do we tie back to the story with a spiritual organization? So essentially, for the Alcoholics Anonymous and its 12-step program, Alcoholics Anonymous is a group that is sort of a fellowship where a bunch of people gather together to hold a discussion and try to cure. It's not essentially cure, but sort of like I'm not sure, I think in Dr. K's channel, I think it's what they call because there's therapy, this site, and there is another one that he mentions, which sort of a program. Yeah, you can say it's a program that gathers people together and go through that 12-step program. And through this 12-step program, they utilize a lot of sort of reliance on God, where they have to believe that reflect. They do a lot of reflection and a lot of meditation as well. So they do a lot of self-reflection and meditation and sort of connect it with God. And as I said, nothing against that, because in the end, as long as it helps them, why not? And okay, so how do we tie back to a spiritual organization created in 1907 by Aleister Crowley? So let's take a look. Okay. It's a magical organization described in 1907 by occultist Aleister Crowley. Its members are dedicated to the advancement of humanity by perfection of the individual on every plane through a greater series of universal initiations. Okay, so this is, for me, I haven't read wholly of it, but I think this is a cult. It sounds like one. And its initiations are syncretic, unifying the essence of Theravada Buddhism with Vedantic yoga and ceremonial magic. The applies that what it describes as a mystical and magical methods of spiritual attainment under the structure of the Kabbalistic tree of life, and aims to research, practice, and teach scientific Illuminism. R is often held to stand for Argentium Astrum, which is Latin for silver star. However, see section name as below. Alright, so let's take a look at this history, which is kind of okay. Before that, let's just take and see what's the Tree of Life, Kabbalah. So the Tree of Life is a diagram used for mystical traditions. It consists of 10 to 11 knots, symbolizing different archetypes, and 22 lines connecting the knots. The knots are often arranged in three spheres and paths. The knots usually represent the encompassing aspect of existence, God, or human psyche. The lines usually represent the relationship between the concept ascribed to the spheres on this, or a symbolic description of the requirements to go from one sphere to another. The knots are also associated to deities, angels, and celestial bodies, values, single colors, or combinations of them, and specific numbers. The columns are usually symbolized as pillars. These pillars usually represent different kinds of values, electric charges, or types of ceremonial magic. It is usually referred to as a Kabbalistic tree of life in order to distinguish itself from other concepts with the same name. In the Jewish Kabbalah, the knots are called Sephiroth. The diagram is also used by Christian Kabbalah and Hermetic Kabbalah, a theosophy. Wow, okay. So, yeah, what's the interpretation? I want to see. Okay, the tree represents a series of divine emanations of God's creation, itself as ex nihilo, the nature of revealed divinity, the human soul, and the spiritual path of ascent by man. Okay, So we have a connection here. So, okay, wait, sorry. Alright. Okay. Okay. So, this is RR is an organization that sort of based its spiritual attainment through Kabbalistic tree of life. So, it's a disciplinary school of thought in Jewish mysticism. A traditional Kabbalist is called Mekubal. A definition of Kabbalah varies according to the tradition and aims to those following it from its origin to medieval Judaism to its latter adaptations in Western. Okay, so maybe not the Kabbalistic tree of life itself, but tree of life. Because as you can see, in the 12-step program, we have a relation to God. So if we want to connect that point to the RR's magical organization, we can sort of, connect it to the tree of life. Because in the tree of life itself, it says that the tree represents a series of divine emanations of God's creation and in the nature of revealed divinity, the human soul, and the spiritual path of ascent by man. In this way, Kabbalists developed the symbol into a full model of reality using the tree to depict a map of creation. So, I guess in that way, it sort of connects because, well, it's almost connected to God itself. Okay. Tour around college. Okay. Scientific Illuminism. Okay. Okay. So, because in, Alcoholics Anonymous, its aim is to, help people to overcome alcoholism. So in that sense, we would relate to RR is because, as it says here, its members are dedicated to the advancement of humanity by perfection of the of the individual on every plane through a greater series of universal initiations. So essentially in the end, it says that they're dedicated to, perfect themselves, which sort of relates to Alcoholics Anonymous, which they are trying to get over their alcoholism. So, we have that done, and then we have the America's Army. So, let's take a look at America's Army. Let me just put this here. Okay. So, it's a first-person shooter game entitled They Form, Educate and Recruit Prospective Soldiers, launched in 2002. Okay, so allow Americans to virtually explore the army at their own pace, allowing them to determine whether becoming a soldier fits their interests and abilities. Alright. Okay. So to allow Americans to virtually explore the army at their own pace. Okay. So arcade, okay. Multiplayer game. Alright. Let me see this. Oh, so this is America's Army. Alright. Wow. Holy. It looks really old. Freedom. Wow. Oh. Okay. Sounds cool, not gonna lie. Okay. Researchers that? Okay. Huh. Okay, America's Army. Ah, wow. There's a lot of renditions. Okay, you know what? Let me just open my Steam and check out. You know, let's check it out together. America's. Wait. What is it called again? America's Army. America's Army. Proving ground. Alright. Let's see. Just open it a little bit. Okay. Whoa, okay. Ah. Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh, it's 2015, alright. Okay, not gonna lie. Like, I kinda wanna play this. Like, wow. Okay, I gotta drop this down. Okay, I'm gonna just drop this down as a reflection for today. This is kind of cool. Like, not gonna lie, it's kind of cool. Reflection today. So, discovered America's Army. Game, which made me search through Steam and found a game. Okay, it's on Wikipedia, and it's like kind of cool. Okay, but anyways, let's just go back to the main story. That's not the main goal. Okay, we're not gonna have a gaming stream for today, but let's focus back on America's Army. So the main point is to, well, inform, educate, and recruit prospective soldiers. Launched in 2002, the game was branded as a strategic communication device designed to allow Americans to virtually explore the army at their own pace and allow them to determine whether becoming a soldier fits their interests and abilities. America's Army represents the first large-scale use of game technology by the US government as a platform for strategic communication and recruitment, and the first use of game technology in support of US Army recruiting. Wow, okay. Financed by the US government, distributed by free download. Whoa, okay. Official online functionality and support for the latest game in the series, America's Army Proving Grounds, was withdrawn? Really? What? No way. Oh, come on. Oh man, it shut down? Why? Alright. Okay. Medical training, Humvee driving, weapon systems operations. Huh, okay. Design quirk, FPS, propaganda, Australian American socialist multiplayer. Ah, okay. So everyone who played was on the side of the US Army but saw their opponents as a generic enemy faction. An unsettling deep message about the nature of war if you think about it. So multiple sequels followed the first edition, so the public attention and criticism of the military's overt outreach to young gamers through video games. By all reports, the Army's effort was wildly successful. 2008 MIT study via game developers found that 30% of all Americans aged 16 to 24 had a more positive impression of the Army because of the game. And even more amazingly, the game had more impact on recruits than all other forms of Army advertising combined. Okay. Interesting. The Canadian punk band Propaganda actually wrote a protest song about the game in 2005, Ding Jungen Marchets, and it hosted on a fake America's Army website that remains up to this day. Despite the opposition, the series persisted, although it's been largely dormant. Okay, when the army released Proving Grounds, a new game in the series was reportedly being considered, but these days it seems that the army and other branches of the US military have found more fertile recruiting grounds in streaming and esports. Wow. Ah, okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. So, excuse me. Oh, whoops. Okay, I have to go back. Alright. So, how do we relate to this story? So, because, like, as we say here, Latoya is going with Asen to their foundation. And that's where we're gonna introduce the Alcoholics Anonymous with the 12-step program. And then we can sort of insert the America's Army here, where they're trying to, maybe they have a program they want to introduce, something, well, it's sort of a sharing session, maybe between Latoya and Asen. So maybe Latoya can, well, have played the America's Army, and then Latoya can describe about, more on RR, a spiritual organization by occultist Aleister Crowley. Okay. So, okay. Alright. Okay, but before that, I just want to do a new chat. How to cure an itchy throat. Allergies, dryness, viral bacterial infection, or acid reflux. Okay, stay hydrated as normal. Gargle with salt water. 1 to 4 teaspoons, or have a teaspoon of salt in 8 ounces of warm water and gargle for 15-30 seconds, then spit it out. This can help reduce inflammation and irritation. Okay, use a humidifier, add moisture to the air, which can help alleviate dryness in the throat. Avoid irritants. Try to avoid exposure to irritants such as smoke, pollution, and chemicals. Okay, are there any natural remedies I can use? Okay, honey. Warm water and tea and drink it slowly. Ginger. Ah. Okay. Huh. Maybe because okay, I have a sort of a ginger powder at home, so maybe I can use that. Salt and turmeric salt and turmeric gargle. Wow. Okay. Chamomile tea and steam inhalation. Oh my god, can you shut up? Jesus Christ. Anyways, okay, let's just go back to it. Okay, so okay, we have that. Oh, we have the highway. We forgot about that. Huh. All right, let's explore the Kentucky Route 9. Okay, so Kentucky Route 9 is a 116.285 mile long state highway maintained by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet in the U.S. Commonwealth of Kentucky. The highway extends from Grayson to Newport, a city in Kentucky across the Ohio River from Cincinnati, Ohio, roughly paralleling the Ohio River between Vanceburg and Newport. And most of its path from Grayson to the Interstate 275 loop in Wilder is also known as the RR Highway. Okay. I know how we can, do this. Okay, maybe with this spiritual organization, we can, okay. You know what? Actually, we put it Huh. Let me think. Because they are going to the Alcoholics Anonymous. And then okay. Okay, doing some big brain things, just thinking. So, okay, we have a village here, and net, and a plant. Okay, America's army on the highway. Okay. Okay. I might know. Okay. So, okay. I know. Alright, let's go. Okay, so what I'm thinking of is that okay, wait. Okay, so as you can see here, Hotel was intrigued and asked Asen to introduce him to the foundation. So, with here, Asen says that there would be a there would be a meeting, a what sort of fellowship meeting in Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio. Says there would be a fellowship meeting in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he would be taking the bus to Ohio. Latoya thought that he would join on this journey and join Okay. So, So Latoya thought he would join Asen on this journey to the fellowship. Okay, so as the bus was traveling across the highway, the bus would as the bus was traveling through the highway. So we need to explain a little bit of the highway to the audience. So okay, Kentucky Road 9, or known as Kentucky Route 9. Okay, the bus would have to travel through the highway, also known as also known as Kentucky Route 9. Kentucky Route 9. Okay. Okay, which extends from Grayson to Newport. Okay. Two-lane road that passes through a sparsely populated rural area of northern Kentucky. Okay. Okay. Ooh, it's a high accident rate. Oh, that's gonna be. Oh god. Also, only areas with any services used by motorists, such as. Wow. Okay. All counties that are highway passes through border the Ohio River. Which also border. Okay. Okay. Which borders the Ohio River. The only municipalities on the highway are Vanceburg and Maysville, and suburban areas of Cincinnati at its western terminus. Those areas are also the only areas with any services used by motorists, such as motels, gas stations, restaurants, convenience stores, etc. The only traffic signals on the highway are near Maysville, along a commercial strip with many retail establishments and restaurants. Suburban Cincinnati and its western terminus just north of Interstate 64 near Grayson. There are no rest areas on the highway other than the portions that traverse the edge of Maysville and enter suburban Cincinnati. There are no shopping centers or major retail stores along the highway. While the highway is not an expressway, it nonetheless serves as the shortest highway link between Cincinnati and Ashland, Kentucky. As such, it provides a link between Cincinnati and other Midwestern cities such as Chicago, Indianapolis. Jesus. Okay, if anyone's listening to this, yes, I totally butchered that, and I have no regrets. And Dayton, and cities south and east of Ashland, such as Huntington and Charleston in West Virginia, Charlottesville and Richmond in Virginia, and Charlotte and Winston-Salem in North Carolina. Holy shit, all these American names. Oh my god, I don't even know how to pronounce them. Anyways, high accident rate. The RR Highway is a rural 2-lane highway for most of its length and traverses through some desolate terrain. Huh. Okay. Driver inattention and speeding in combination with the numerous side road entrances and at-grade intersections have made it a dangerous and deadly road. To address these issues, guide signs comparable to interstate-style signs have been installed along the highway at major intersections, along with additional overhead lighting and other measures to improve safety and increase capacity under consideration. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a modern highway. Oh, wow. So this is the RR Highway. Ah. Whoa. Hey, it looks cool. Huh. Okay. Alright. Wow. Holy shit, there's so many signs. Goddamn. Alright, okay. So let's just go back to the story. Okay, which borders the Ohio River. So I don't want to go too much explanation for the Route 9. For Route 9. Yeah. Okay, so during the journey, Latoya. Okay, I will need to check back. So we would be talking America's Army. Highway is done. Okay, okay. Wait, sorry, not this one. Okay, Kentucky Road 9. In Newport. You know what? I'll just change to Newport. Okay, Newport what? Because I don't know what that is, because I'm not an American. Okay. Newport. Let's just search that up. What is Newport? Maps. Newport, Wales? No way, Wales is in Europe, right? Vansburg? Oh, Vansburg, Kentucky. Well, I'll just put Vansburg, Kentucky then. Okay. Vansburg, Kentucky. Vansburg, Kentucky. Okay. Which borders Ohio River during the journey? Latoya and Asen are getting to know each got to know each other. Okay, so we will be using the America's Army and the our spiritual organization. Okay. Okay. So, get to know each other. Latoya. Oh God. Okay. You know what, guys? Let me just. I will we need to switch to the just chatting stream first. And yeah, just chatting stream. Okay. Because I will need to mute this freaking WhatsApp. It's because it's so freaking annoying. Okay. Gotta mute this. Alright. And we're gonna go back here. Alright. So anyways, before I was rudely interrupted, Latoya shared that he once planned to join the military. As he played a game called America's Army, which is a series of first-person shooter games developed intended to form and recruit prospective soldiers. Okay. U.S. Army intended to inform and educate and recruit prospective soldiers. But he refused to join, as he had found his passion with baseball. As for Asen, he shared that he once that his family tried to get him into the organization. I mean AIA. Organization. Which is a which is a magical organization described in 1907 by occultist Aleister Crowley. And then its members are dedicated to advancement of humanity by perfection of the individual on every plane through a greater series of universal initiations. So it is dedicated to advancement by perfection of the individual on every plane. Alright. It is dedicated to the advancement of humanity by perfection of the individual in every plane. True. Alright. Let me see. Oh wait, sorry, it's not here. Okay. Okay. True. Theravada Buddhism, Vendetta Yoga, and ceremonial magic. Okay. as he is not interested in continuing this in this cult. Okay, and then after that they would arrive. So as the journey went on, they had finally arrived at the AA fellowship meeting. Okay. Okay. Let me see, what else do I need to use? Okay. Okay. So I guess we can put this here. So okay, main story. Okay, Asen says there will be a AA fellowship meeting. Okay, and then as the journey went on, they finally arrived at the fellowship meeting. But before that, I want to sort of connect back with what happened in the first part of the story, because remember, Asen was selling a plant species called so that prompted Latoya to ask why was he selling that. So okay, okay, and Latoya was curious back when Asen was selling the plant species, the plant species. Asen then explains that the plant would holds a meaning. Holds a meaning that represents. Holds a meaning that holds a meaning to his alcohol addiction journey, and he would only tell him alright, holds a meaning to his alcohol addiction journey. Holds meaning to his alcohol addiction journey. Okay, so how do we connect this back to the fellowship? Alright, because I want to sort of hold a little bit of suspense, because I want to at the end tell to sort of only let Latoya know in the end to his alcohol addiction journey, and he would only tell Latoya what it means only after he overcomes his journey, his recovery. Okay, wait. his recovery of alcohol addiction. Alright. And then as the journey went on, they finally arrived on the AHA Fellowship meeting. In the fellowship meeting, there are numerous other people that attended from all places and backgrounds, faces, backgrounds, and walks of life. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. And then one of the main spokesperson, is he called spokesperson? One of the head, or it's like one of the leaders, organizers of the fellowship started the fellowship, providing information regarding alcohol anonymous, where it is a purely spiritually inclined 12-step program. Recovery from alcoholism. It was first the pioneers were okay, let me see the history. So on the was said to have begun the renowned psychotherapist Carl Jung inspired Ronald H., an otherwise hopeless drunk, to seek spiritual solution by sending him to the Oxford Group, a non-denominational altruistic Christian movement modeled after first-century Christianity. And Abby Thatcher, a drinking buddy of Wilson's, got sober in that same Oxford Group and reached out to help his friend. Thatcher approached Wilson saying that he had got religion, was sober, and that Wilson could do the same if he had set aside objections and instead formed a personal idea of God and another power or higher power. Feeling a kinship of common suffering, Wilson attended his first group gathering, although he was drunk. Within days, Wilson admitted himself to Charles B. Towns Hospital after drinking 4 beers on the way, the last alcohol he ever drank. Under the care of William Duncan Silkworth, Wilson's detox included the delirium belladonna. At the hospital, the despairing Wilson experienced a bright flash of light, which he felt to the God revealing himself. Alright, that's a good history. Alright. Psychotherapist Carl Jung, which inspired Ronald H. Abby Thatcher, drinking buddy of Wilson's, got sober in the same by psychotherapist Carl Jung, who inspired and hoped to seek spiritual solution by sending him to the Oxford group. Alright, and okay, and then we have the information here. And so it has been developed over the years, which became the 12-step program. Okay. So the 12-step program. So through the 12-step program, I don't think I will go through every single one because we have 12. But I think if we go through each and every one, it will be too long for the video. So let's just go through what are the 12 steps. So again, we admitted that we are powerless over alcohol. So I guess this is more of a okay, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and our lives had been unmanageable. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity, and made the decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understand Him. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character, humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings, made a list of all persons we had harmed, became willing to make amends to them all, and made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it, and sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understand Him, praying only for knowledge of His will and for us and the power to carry that out, and having a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps. We try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. Alright, so essentially it is which involves Christianity, reflection, of oneself, and meditation. Latoya, while being scared of being determined and scared for the journey ahead, as he thinks he would relapse. He was motivated by Asen as he went on to this journey, and so he was inspired by Asen. He went on this journey and succeeded. And after and throughout that period, Latoya and Asen both went to numerous fellowships together, with step of the way. Alright, let's see. With the alcoholics. Okay. So, okay. With each step of the way, admitting what he did in the past. That had hurt those around him, and numerous meditation sessions to understand to explore his inner emotions for alcohol addiction. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So we completed sort of one of the plots. So where they went to the first fellowship, and then they explained the first fellowship, and then after that he started to go through a few more fellowships. I would skip over the journey that much, but yeah, with some examples of like meditations and sort of ways sessions to like admit what he did in the past. And yeah, so now I would stop here because it's right now 11:26, so I think it's almost 1 hour, but I would need to plan and for our next session I would need to plan is that he had finished his fellowship and Asun wants, and with the support from the Alcohol Anonymous Foundation, they provided him with the support. He finished his fellowship, and Asun would like to invite Latoya to his hometown to visit his hometown in alright, done this and done this. His hometown in Estonia. In where? In Estonia. Okay, so that's where we're gonna stop here. Okay, all right. All right, so we made some progress because last time we stopped here, and then we will continue. We continue sort of a journey, and then he goes on to Alcohol Anonymous, and then I didn't really explain in detail of the whole journey of what he went through, of all the struggles that he went through. But yeah, I skip all of that, and then I just dive straight into his fellowship. Maybe I can add a little bit of the details into during his journey of reflection to give a little bit more in depth to Latoya, and he will invite him to Estonia in the beach, and that is where they're gonna go and walk along there. Is it the Net River? Net. Okay. They'll go through this river. Where is it? Oh, in Germany. But where is Estonia? It's in Gulf of Finland. Ah. Huh. Finland and Germany. Okay, wait. How far Germany and Finland is between Germany and Finland. All right. Taking a ferry, driving to Sweden. 24 hours a day? Damn. That's a lot. Okay, 2 to 3 hours of flight. Okay. So we will have to take a flight. So in that case, okay, in that sense, so I think I guess to Vtuber to have a celebration trip in Europe, where they would first visit the Net River and only visit his village in Estonia. All right, so we will go through that. Okay, visit the Net River, where they would talk the Net River. So there and talk about going to recovery, make a deep connection with Asen, explain how orchid relates to recovery of alcohol addiction. Okay. The final plot is that he found out that he passed away and he's sad. Simple for now. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess that is all for... Right. That is all for today then. I don't know how my model moves during the whole session, because I don't know. We will have to look back and see. But I just hope that it's been great. I may need to adjust this and see, but that would be after, well, the stream ends. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. We've been streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's not bad. All right. Okay, I may need to position my mic next time a little bit. Well, in terms of okay, wait. Before this, it will affect the tracking, but I'm just gonna adjust it right now. Okay. All right. Aha. All right. So I guess in terms of this tracking, it's much clearer. All right. Okay. So yeah. In this case, I guess that would be all for today. We'll be streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So yeah. For tomorrow, we will finish this story, and maybe in the coming days or week, for coming days or the next week, we will figure out, how do we make this video. Do you maybe we can make with my model, or it can be like a voiceover with some art or with some stock image. I don't know, we will see. But for now, at least we get the story done, and I think, to be honest, that's really great already. So I guess that is just one part of the video done, and we will see then. And so yeah, I guess that's all for today. For our next session tomorrow, we will have our ventriloquist session, newsletter session, and I think it's Saturday we will finish the story, and maybe if we have time, maybe we can go through sort of like how to make the video. Maybe we can make the video like we will brainstorm. All right, we will brainstorm how we're gonna make the video, and we shall see for now. But for now, on Saturday we're just gonna finish the story, and until then we will talk more. But yeah, I guess that's all for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Actually, did anyone chat? Oh, sadly no one, but it's okay. So yeah, I guess that's all for today's stream. Hope you guys enjoy it. I guess this is some of the behind the scenes stuff that I know most people wouldn't post, but I think it shows sort of a journey that we can enjoy, or just like a session that we can just chat, or just someone putting this as their background noise, and I don't mind, as long as I'm doing my own stuff and you're doing your own stuff. I guess it will be fine. But yeah, I guess that's all for this stream, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the ventriloquist session, newsletter session with Reggie. Alright? Did you call me? No. Go back to sleep, alright? Alright. So yeah. That's all for today's stream. My name is Fizz Flyrecracker, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. Have a great day tomorrow, or great day ahead, night, something. Alright.